The M17 Project Net will begin in less than 1 minute. This is November 2 X-Ray Delta Delta standing by. Calling together all amateur radio operators, this is the weekly net of the M17 Project. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and I will be your net control station today. This net meets weekly on Fridays at 1700 hours UTC by means of the M17 Charlie Reflector. The purpose of this net is to relay and share information in regards to the M17 project. M17 is a new digital radio protocol in development as an alternative to those currently available with freedom in mind. Freedom in the code, protocol, voice codecs, and hardware. The goal is to provide a better option for digital radios in the future. We encourage all amateur radio operators to check into this net. We will take check-ins followed by an informal roundtable to discuss all things M17 related. I will now stand by for check-ins. Please give me your call using proper ITU phonetics, followed by your name and location, and if you have any information for the net. I am now standing by for check-ins.
Hi, fellows. This is Wojciech, Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa, using Droid Star, and I'm transmitting from Warsaw. I'm back home. And I have no traffic for today's net.
This is WA2UMP, Jim on Cape Cod, and wanted to wish everyone a good afternoon. Back to net control, no specific traffic today.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Whiskey Victor, KC1AWV. Steve in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm coming in through a Shari node, which is connected to Allstar 46550, and I have no traffic for the net.
This is Papa Delta 1 Alpha Charlie Fox. A little bit of traffic about some testing we do.
Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima. Dave in Newport in South Wales in the United Kingdom. Enjoy M17. No traffic for the net.
This is India Uniform 2, Kilo India November. My name is Nicolò. I'm transmitting from Milan, Italy. I have some traffic for the net.
M17 AE, Tom in Tucson, Arizona, no traffic.
Okay, guys, we're going to hold it up right there. Net control wishes to recognize Wojciech, SP5WWP, Jim up on the Cape, WA2UMP, Steve, KC1AWV, and I think that was PD1ACF. Your audio was clipping out, sounding a little bit on the hot side. So you may want to make some adjustments and try coming back when I ask for call-ins again, check-ins again, I should say. Dave in South Wales, GW8 Sierra Zulu Lima, and IU2KIN Nico, and Tom, N7TAE. Anybody else wishing to check into this weekly edition of the M17 Project Net? Please call now.
Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray. Russ, Southwest Missouri, mobile on M17659C, linked over to M17 on DroidStar.
This is Jonathan, Golf 4 Kilo Lima X-Ray, located just south of London in a town called Crawley, or near a town called Crawley, using M17 client in MDVM host, so it's M17 over RF, and I do have some traffic.
Kilo Charlie 2, Delta Papa Juliet, Jim, located in western New York, no traffic.
Net Control wishes to recognize K5TUX, Russ in the mobile. Jonathan, we got you over RF, G4KLX, and Jim in Western New York, KC2DPJ. And let's see, anybody else before we go to those with the check-in, with the traffic? Anybody else wishing to check in? Okay, guys, let's go to Milan. Nico, U2KIN, part of the OpenRTX team. Please go ahead with your traffic. Welcome.
So, thank you, Ed. So, I will basically. Sorry, my mouse slipped away. Sorry. So since Silvano isn't here, I will summarize a bit the latest development with OpenRTX regarding, in particular, M17. What I've been doing in the last 2 weeks, also with the help of Jonathan, Golf for Kilo Lima X-Ray, is since basically we are approaching the completion of the M17 transmission feature on the MD380, which means that basically you take the radio, you flash OpenRTX as a firmware, and then you modify, do a slight, let's say a minor hardware modification on the radio, and you should be able to transmit M17. Right now, the feature is still not complete, but we are getting there in the sense that we now get recognized reliably and demodulated reliably by Rob's Mobilinked demodulator. So our implementation is stable. I'm working on making sure that we also can be reliably decoded by Jonathan and MDVM. So right now we have some difference between the modulated frames and the modulated one, which make so that the demodulated frames cannot be basically interpreted correctly. But with the help of Jonathan, we are working towards that, and so we hope to release the M17 transmission capability soon in the sense of probably between the next 2 weeks. After that, we will start working on the M17 RX capability, but you will all be able to play with the transmission, which is still enough to join the net with an M17 radio adapted from an MD380. And apart from this, we are doing other collateral jobs like refactoring the code to keep it clean, and basically we had some other interesting contribution like Tarik's VF, which is working on its satellite prediction software, which is every time he does a new video about it, it becomes more beautiful, and we really hope to merge its implementation soon. So back to you, Nat.
Okay, Nico, thank you for that update on the OpenRTX project. And I thought you were going to time it out for sure, but you just beat it, I think. Does anybody have any questions or comments in regards to IU2KIN's traffic for the week? Please come now.
Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa. I've got a short addition.
Righty, go ahead, Wojciech. It's over to you.
Okay, so me and Delta Bravo 9, Mike Alpha Tango, and OpenRTX team are also working on a Module 17. It's a simple PCB that's going to convert the baseband into decoded audio and the other way around. Sorry. And we've got a repository on our GitHub already. It's called module_17. So you can check it out. It's a project in KiCad, so it's open source also. And it's released under TAPR Open Hardware license. So that's one. And two, we are waiting for AX5043 test boards to check if they can be used for M17, both transmission and reception. So we should get them in about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks back to net.
And thank you for that update. Looking forward to the Module 17 board that you and DB9 MAT are working on. So, more exciting things on the horizon for the M17 project. This is November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta. I am your net control station for this week's net. Before we go down the line with Jonathan for his traffic, do we have anybody else wishing to check in, or anybody else with any questions or comments? Please call net control now. Okay, hearing nothing. Let's shoot it over to Golf 4, Kilo Lima X-Ray. G4KLX. Jonathan, it's all yours.
Yeah, brilliant, thank you. From G4KLX. Well, some of what I was going to say has already been covered by Nico, so no point covering that one again. But, well, apart from the fact I've created a special version of the MMDVM host, which includes extra logging, so you can see the bits that are being received at my end and compare them with what is transmitting and what's going off. So, but the other work I've been doing has been on what I call extended mode, which is adding rich functionality to M17, shall we say, but that's on a completely separate branch, and I haven't even tested it yet, but hopefully I'll finish the coding on that next week, then I can start testing it and show people all the wonderful things it can do, hopefully. But should address some of the issues that have come up to do with things like call signs, for example. But I'm going to keep hang fire on that at the moment, unless somebody wants me to explain what I'm on about. So I've been busy, but maybe not particularly groundbreaking this week. I won't be around for next week's net, I'm afraid, which is a shame, but we'll be around for the week after, and I am around during the week as well if anybody needs to get hold of me, usually via Discord. Obviously, given a bit of notice, I can also be on the Reflector as well, from G4KLX.
Okay, Jonathan, thank you very much for that update, and we appreciate the hard work that you've been putting into the M17 project over the last few months. So thank you very much, and your RF link sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to cobbling one together myself in the coming weeks. Anybody else with any questions or comments? Okay, if you're watching this at a later time on the YouTube channel, and you're questioning what Jonathan was talking about our Discord channel, you can check us out at M17Project.org, and you will find a link/invitation to the M17 Project Discord channel, where a lot of the magic takes place. So feel free to click on the invitation and come join us over there. No matter what your skill level is, we have a spot for you here. So once again, this is November 2 X-Ray Delta Delta Net Control Station. Do we have any late check-ins? Please call Net Control now. Okay, well, it's my favorite time of the net right now, and this is where I throw it over to KC1AWV for an update about what's been going on his side of the M17 realm. And usually try and catch him when he has a bite of his Friday lunch in his mouth. Let's see if I'm successful today. Steve, KC1AWV, over to you.
Well, I'm sorry, Ed. I was not having my lunch just yet. It hasn't even arrived, so it's probably going to be a few more minutes before I sit down and have my lunch. But I honestly really don't have anything to really add for this week. But let's see. We're still working on building the lab, so I should have the area that lab is going to be built prepped soon. I got all next week off, so hopefully I can take that time in order to get that all set up. Once that's taken care of, then obviously the lab, we can just move it in and build it. And if anybody has any tests or development or anything that they need taking a look at, or have somebody kind of put something into it. Oh, geez, I'm beeping. Why am I beeping? I think the timeout timer on this thing is a little too short. But yeah, the lab, it's going to be remote hands, so if you have something that you need tested on a piece of equipment, or, you want to kind of run a program, or, test out some hardware, we'll be able to do that for you. And other than that, just continuing work on developing the website and maintaining all the infrastructure for this M17 stuff. So it's busy. But like I said, I got next week off, so hopefully I'll be able to focus a little bit more on M17 stuff. So with that, I'll go ahead and pass it back to Ed. This is KC1AWV.
Okay, Steve, thank you for that. And also a reminder that in 41 days from now, October 15th and October 16th up in Deerfield, New Hampshire, is Nearfest 2021. That's the New England Amateur Radio Festival. And M17 Project will have a table there, and we'll be demonstrating some of the various ways you can get on to the M17 protocol. And who knows, hopefully by then the OpenRTX team might have a MD380 that's fully functioning to modulate and demodulate the M17 protocol. And it looks like also we will probably be running our Friday net live from the Airfest. So that's something to look forward to. If anybody's up in the Northeast area, please come down. If you're at the Airfest, please come and say hello to myself, Steve, and Mike, who will be manning the M17 booth. With that, I'm going to drop it. If anybody has any questions, comments, or late check-ins, please call Net Control.
VE3MIC, Mike in Barrie, Ontario. Late check-in via DudeStar.
VE3MIC, Mike, we got you in there. Thank you for joining us once again. I don't know, anybody else have any other questions or comments or anything that they would like to know more about in regards to what's been going on in M17 with the various projects? Okay, guys, well, if we don't have anything else, I guess we're going to wrap it up there, unless we have anybody, any late check-ins. I'll drop it one more time, and if not, we'll call this one a go. Alrighty. I want to thank all those stations that checked in today for participating and supporting the net. Your help in maintaining this net is appreciated by one and all. This is Ed, November 2 X-Ray Delta Delta. The net is now secure at 1722 hours UTC.